Well, hi, Internet. How's it going out there on Internet land today? Hey, so I hate to say that I told you so, but no, I don't. I love it, and I told you so.
I'm a loner, I'm a stoner, rolling solo with the pack. Ain't no leeches in my circle, keep them vultures on my back. I don't need no validation, I don't care what people say. I just stay up in my zone and let these haters fade away. Riding through the city with a blunt in my lip. Ain't no rider in the whip, just my pistol on my hip. Ain't no handouts, ain't no favors, I don't do that clout shit. Everybody talking big, but they ain't never done shit. I've been grinding on my own since a youngin' in the game. Ain't nobody put me on, ain't nobody know my pain. I don't need no cosign, I don't need no fucking crew. I just drop these bangers solo, let the real ones hear the truth. I ain't gotta share no credit, all this work is from my hands. Built this empire out the mud, I ain't switching up my plans. I don't do no fake love, I don't do no fake dab. If I cut you out my circle, you ain't never coming back. I'm a loner, I'm a stoner, I don't need no friends. Did this shit myself, I don't follow no trends. Ain't no features on my records, I don't need no help. I don't trust you, I don't need you, I do this myself.
Do you guys remember back in, I guess it would have been like September ish? I made a video about free speech and I kind of went through, read all the definitions, broke it down, talked about it from a legal standpoint. Um, and in that video, I said things like, yes, I do believe that the internet and independent media is a great way to and should be a way to get things out there that are not being talked about enough, and a way to incite real, true change within not only just our country, but the entire fucking world. The problem is, there is now going to have to be some sort of legal precedent made. With all of these things happening, from Brian Upchurch to this Elijah dude who's getting sued by Cash Patel's girlfriend, to Candace Owens, to fucking that surprise witness still doing her bullshit, to I'm sure you guys can name any other of the probably hundreds of thousands of dumbasses making a living saying stupid shit on the internet. At a certain point, that scale has to tip. And there's starting to be influential enough people taking the time, effort, and money to do something about it, to sue these independent reporters, that eventually there will be some sort of law or some sort of legal precedent made to where there is going to be forms of censorship here on YouTube and on social media. And we are going to lose our right to free speech, or at least lose some of it, because fucking idiots out there don't understand what it actually means to have a right to free speech. And also, that, like, see what I mean? I use freedom of speech all the fucking time. I don't want to see it be limited. But when you have fucking morons and their entire legal argument is
Freedom of speech.
when they don't even understand what that right actually means, you're going to fuck it up for the rest of us. And I, for one, don't want to see that happen. I do feel like a lot of our rights are being violated. But I also see that it's getting easier and easier and easier for the government to violate them because of the way you're all acting. Loophole, and you're exploiting it. And as soon as there's a legal way to close that loophole, Guess what? They're going to. And then you can bitch about freedom of speech. Because at that point, yes, you dumbasses will have affected and restricted my freedom of speech. And then today, I woke up and decided to get on Twitter because, let's be honest, nothing's better than watching a train wreck while you're waking up having your morning coffee. And on the old Twitter today, I came across this.
I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it. And quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government should
Huh. So, I'm not a rocket surgeon, but that almost sounds, well, identical to what I said like 6 months ago. Weird. It's almost like I'm 5 steps ahead of everybody all the time. It's almost like maybe you should stop judging a book by its cover and understand that I'm just as smart, if not smarter, than most of you. And that's not me bragging. That's just me saying that every time I say anything, give it like 6 months and that shit comes true. Now, I've been sort of personally involved in this topic for a very long time. For those of you who don't know, I won't go over the story again. It's a very long story and it's kind of played out on this channel. But essentially, I have also been targeted by an independent journalist fucking defamation campaign where this person was just making shit up, just saying heinous shit about me, and then blocking me so I can't even go ahead and try to defend myself or have any sort of conversation. And then I just have a group of their fans constantly telling me how I'm evil and I'm a PDF file and I'm a criminal and I'm this and I'm that and I'm blah, 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 blah. Okay. I can also tell you from personal experience, it's very hard to do anything about that because it's very hard to define where something goes from freedom of speech to defamation, slander, threats, inciting violence, etc. And it's a really difficult thing to sort of prove because you can just say, oh, I'm a YouTuber. That's satire. I'm just doing satire. I'm just doing a parody. I'm just doing jokes. When in reality, everybody knows goddamn well that when fucking Candace Owens says anything about anyone, she's not doing it just to ask questions. She's not doing it out of anything other than wanting her fans to go over there and fuck with that person. And she knows that that's what her fans are going to do. And a lot of these YouTubers have started weaponizing their fan base in order to get them to go stalk, harass, slander, defame, in some cases actually show up in person and physically assault people. How long do we really think the people in charge are going to let that happen? The people at the top who can actually make decisions that affect our constitutional rights are not just going to sit back and let a bunch of independent investigators say and do whatever they want if those independent investigators are going to fuck up their bottom line. And now we're starting to see big tech CEOs say,
I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it.
he's not wrong. However, what people are going to do with this is people are going to say, oh, look, this is the tyrannical, evil government, and Big Brother just wants to step in and limit your ability to free speech. No, you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. See, the government likes that America can post whatever the fuck it wants on social media. Do you want to know why? Because a lot of good old country boys will get on their social medias and post a bunch of patriotic, we're American badasses and we ain't afraid of you and fucking come step on my land, you gonna meet this 12 gauge. And if the perception of America and its citizens to the rest of the world is, oh, they're insane rednecks and they're just going to try to shoot anything that moves, well, that is a very good deterrent for other countries to try to come here and start some shit. So no, I don't think the government wants to have to limit what free speech is and what can be said on social media because they're using it too. So, when you have people calling for essentially the government to step in and limit free speech on social media, there's really only one way to combat this. And it's not us versus the evil, tyrannical government. It's us, those of us who care about our First Amendment rights, those of us who care about being able to use our free speech versus the independent fucking idiots who try to say, I'm just an independent investigator. I'm just here to ask the question. No, you're not. What you're doing is and I said this 5 seconds ago in that clip, loophole, and you're exploiting it. And as soon as there's a legal way to close that loophole, guess what? They're going to. And as soon as someone takes the time, effort, and money to figure out a way to close that loophole, now it is affecting freedom of speech. Now it is affecting our First Amendment rights. Now it is affecting the Constitution of the United States of America. You know the way that we can stop this without getting the government involved in any way, shape, or form? We can self-police these fucking idiots on the internet who are making a career out of spreading blatant lies to try to go get their fans to attack people, because when that happens, then the person who gets attacked talks about it. And now you have the original content creator talking about themselves and getting whatever traction they're getting on their videos. And you have the content creator they're attacking also talking about it, also putting attention on the situation. Thereby, the more these fucking idiots talk shit about people on their channel, and the more people feel the need to defend themselves and respond back, the more it just perpetuates itself. So, I think what needs to happen is we really need to start being a lot harsher on the Candace Owenses of the world. She is raking in so much money right now by making up crazy conspiracy theories. It's straight up disgusting. But do you really think she would keep doing this if all of a sudden her views tanked down to like 100 views a video and all of her ad sponsors dropped her and everybody sending her super chats stopped? I guarantee you, in a matter of like 25 fucking minutes, Candace Owens would quit her YouTube channel entirely, quit being a social commentator, and go find a new grift. Because it's not about helping anyone. It's about lining her pockets. And that's the same with any of these other social media personalities who do this shit. And do you want to know why they're making money off of it? Because of you. Because of the person who watches the videos. Because of the person who sends the super chat. Because of the person who puts attention on this. The only reason YouTubers make money is because you pay attention to us. If we stop paying attention to shit like that, it will go away. I promise you. Because at the end of the day, everybody on any social media platform who is doing it as a profession is going to switch up their tactics. They're going to switch up the way they do things as soon as they start seeing the money not coming in as much. So at this point, I've already been right about this for really going on like a year now, but I didn't say it publicly until I'm pretty sure it was September when I uploaded the freedom of speech video. Either way, I've been right about this for a long time. And I think it's high time we all put a stop to it. Unfortunately, the internet started this by accepting the fact that the internet was a place for people to go talk a bunch of shit about each other without having any real repercussions or any real consequences. But we can also change that. We can also start giving these people consequences. We can also start dogpiling the same way all you people want to dogpile on, I don't know, let's say me, because Ryan Upchurch said some dumb shit. Why can't we reverse that and stand up for me and call Ryan out on saying dumb shit and tank his fucking social media career? Because I promise you, that is what's going to make it stop. When you hit people in their wallet, turns out they quit doing whatever it is they're doing real fucking quick. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for saying this, but this is your fault, internet. You are the reason people are calling for America's First Amendment to be restricted. Now, I'm willing to stand up and fight for that, as I have been for several years now. But I think it's about time people start putting some fucking respect on my name and start listening to what I have to say. Because if you go back and check my track record, I've been right about fucking everything. Go back and watch everything I've said and watch how it plays out. For far too long, we have allowed these wolves in sheep's clothing. We have allowed these complete nobodies who have no actual life skills other than being able to do this, which I do this for fun. This is how I wake up in the morning before I go do all the shit I actually need to do. But for far too long, we have let a bunch of idiots with no skills have the, I guess, authority in a lot of ways on what's right, what's wrong, what's justice. No more. I'm starting to look at these big time, like, couple million subscriber YouTubers the same way I look at shady businessmen. I don't fucking like you. I know you're in this for the money, and I know you're just trying to cut the throats of all the little guys to get your money. Problem is, I'm CFOWS, and there's nothing you can do to scare me. There's nothing you can take away. There's nothing you can threaten me with. There's nothing you can do. So if I have to be the one to stand up and call out all of these fucking idiots and scream it from the rooftops until it starts to make sense, then I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. Because I'll be damned if I let some fucking idiot like Candace Owens ruin my right to free speech. We fought a little thing called the Revolutionary War over our right to free speech. And now we have a bunch of digital terrorists, and yes, I'm calling them terrorists. We have a bunch of digital terrorists coming in, purposely exploiting a loophole that is going to limit our freedom of speech. Are you going to stand up and help me stop this? Or are you going to wait until it's too late and then be the one trying to bitch and moan about how your rights got taken away when you had plenty of time to do something about it? We need to do better. Straight up. We need to be better. And I hope, if nothing else, you can take this as a reality check to show, oh, this is actually going to affect even the people that aren't on social media. This isn't just a silly YouTube problem. This is going to become an American citizen problem. So, think about that. Take some time to consider how you really feel about this. And if nothing else, don't be afraid to call out a content creator for fucking lying just because their little number is big. So what? So a bunch of people on the internet start attacking you. I've been dealing with it for years now. It's fine. Nothing is going to happen other than eventually everybody's going to have no choice but to admit that people like me are right. This has gone way too far, and it's time to do something about it. And I'm going to do everything I can, but I'm only one dude, and most people seem to just disregard everything I say because you don't want to admit that a hippie, carny, fucking street kid who's hit his head 155,000 times is actually smarter and has more common sense than you. But you know what? The proof is in the pudding. I'm going to do what I can. And I hope at least a couple of you will start doing what you can. But this is going to end one of two ways. And mark my fucking words, you're not going to like it. So, I hope I didn't freak anybody out too bad. But also, I kind of hope I did, so maybe you'll get up off your ass and do something about it. I'm going to go skate or something because this shit actually kind of pissed me off this morning. So I'm going to go do something cool now and not think about this for a little while. But I hope all of you will think about this. And I hope this bothers you as much as it bothers me. But until whatever happens, until the next one, I've been CFALS. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you haven't, do all the YouTube stuff. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, do the bell, do all the things. There's a little hype button down there. You should probably go hit that too. You should share this video to everybody you know. And most importantly, you should never let anybody try to steal your voice, and you should never let anybody try to use your story against you. And with that, much love, and until the next one, peace out, Carney Army.
I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it.
I'm a loner, I'm a stoner, I don't need no friends. Did this shit myself, I don't follow no trends.